Okay, here are the notes. We are going to use this worksheet here. I provided it there. Hopefully you're able to print it. But again, if you're not able to print it, then you can pause it, copy the problem, copy the circle, copy the diagram. And this is why I provide the worksheet. See, it's going to be tough to stop and copy all these, but if you can print it, it's going to be much easier to follow. The good news is the assignment is actually easy. And this assignment is on inscribed angles. Now we have seen inscribed angles, in a circle, right? In a circle. We've seen other types of angles, so I want to put them side by side to make sure that you don't mix them up, okay? And believe me, once you understand how easy this is, it's not going to be difficult. You'll get these first ones pretty easy, but later when you see some of the problems at the last, see, it's going to get tricky because there's going to be more than just one angle there, or there's going to be a bunch of lines crossing. So follow along till the end, okay? We're going to build up. Okay, so let me tell you what you've done before and how that's different from this assignment. You learned before, I think it was the previous assignment, central angles. Or actually it was arc measures. But it was on central angles. It was on this, central angles. And now it's going to be versus, and this is, we're still going to do measures of arcs or angle measures. And see, now what we're going to do now, I'm going to put a side-by-side comparison here, right? Central angles versus, these are called what? Inscribed. Inscribed. They're like inside, but they're scribed inside. They're inside the circle. Inscribed angles. Okay, and that's this other one. So this is the one we did before, and let me remind you how that went. Central angles was like this, where you had a circle, and just look at the word. It says central, or the word that you kind of hear there a little bit is center. That's an angle that has the vertex on the center. And if you remember this assignment, that was so easy, right? If this angle is if this angle here is 40 degrees, and that would be like CAB, right? That's angle CAB, or you can say BAC or BACAB. That's angle, let's go with CAB. That was 40 degrees, right? And then what was true? If that central angle was 40, then the arc, right? Because if I follow the line and I follow the two rays that make this angle, and I see this arc that it creates, what did we learn? Well, we learned that the measure of this arc is also what? Is also what? 40. It was exactly the same, right? And that was arc CB, and that would look like this. CB with a little arc on it. That's what we did before, right? And then you had some problems that kind of got a little bit more complicated, right? But if this was 40, well, then the arc was also set to be 40, right? And then we had some more complicated ones that look like this. Again, we're still looking at central angles. Ooh, that's pretty good. And then you probably had something like, the center like that, and then you had like this, and then you had some business like this, something to this point, right? And then, I mean, honestly, they really only have to give you like one angle. What is this? What if this was like 60 degrees? I mean, it doesn't matter if you started here or they give you the arc, or then they're going to give you some letters, right? Let's use a P, Q, Let's make this O and R, whatever. I mean, you can find all the angles here and then just copy them over, right? This one was 60, this makes a straight line, so this one, these two add up to 180, so this has to be 120. And then this side over here, this is 180, the top part, and the bottom part is also what? 180, right? So that means that if this is a straight line, that means this from here to here is also what the arc is set to be, what? 180 from here to here. And then these over here would also what? If this is 60, well, then this arc is what? 60. And if this is 120, well, then this is what? 120. Those are central angles, right? Whatever the angle was in the center, the arc was also said to have that same degree, right? That was the old assignment. Let me show you the difference now where inscribed angles are. Inscribed angles are like this. And it's going to be just a little bit different. Inscribed angles, I mean, this angle is also on the inside, right? It's also on the inside, but it's coming off the center. That's why it's called the central angle. The inscribed angles look like this. Here's the center, right? Wherever it is. And the angle's like this. It's not on the center. It's like, it's somewhere on one of the edges over here, and it's like this, see? It's not coming off of the center. See the difference? The vertex is right here on the center, where this one, the vertex is like one of these letters out here. See, this one's A, C, B. See, that's the difference. That's the difference. Okay, and the pictures are going to get more complicated, but for this scenario, if this one's 40, this one's not 40. That's only for central angles. For inscribed angles, when the angle's like out here, it's gonna actually be double. So if this one's 40, the arc's gonna measure not the same, not like here 40, 40. If this is 40 and I follow the, you gotta follow the lines, and it obviously makes this arc here. That arc's gonna be double. It's gonna be 80. So just remember, the outside one, or the arc, is larger, twice as large. You can say that the outside one is twice as large, or you can say if I have the 80, then this one's what, half of it, right? I'm kind of seeing it the same way, right? If I give you the 40, just double it. But if I give you the 80, then go backwards and take half of it, right? So that's a difference, right? Let's go back over here. Central angles are from the center. If this is 40, this is 40. Okay, pretty straightforward. If this is 60, this one's 60. If this is 120, that's 120. Those are the coming off of the center. The ones you're going to see here, they're not coming off of the center. See, it's not from here. It's an inscribed. It's like it's part of the whole circle. And if this one's 40, this one's double. One more like this. Now we're going to see crazier designs on the homework, so I'll put that on the second video. See, it's going to be more things involved, so keep on listening or watch the second video. But I just want to make sure you can tell the difference. See, the problems are going to get trickier, so make sure you watch that second video. Okay, so again, another inscribed angle. What if I have, again, a circle like this? Here's the radius, and what if I have an angle like this? See, that's an inscribed angle. Yeah? The vertex is down here. Now what if I tell you that this arc from here to here, let's call it from X to Y, What if I tell you that this arc is 100 degrees? What if I tell you that this was 100? What's this one? Well, let's look. Remember, they're not going to be the same. One of them's going to be twice as much, right? The arc is bigger. The arc is the one that's twice as much. So if this one's 80, then the angle is half of it. All right, so if this one's 100, this one has to be 50. Sorry, what am I saying? 50. So sometimes they'll give you the arc degree, and then you got to go in and take half of it. Remember, it's not exactly the same, it's half. Or sometimes they'll give you the angle measure, and then you double it out. You double it out to get the arc. Okay? All right, watch the second video. I'm going to go over these problems quickly here. Hopefully you're able to print this out. Okay, so watch the second video, and the problems are going to get trickier.